What's going on, y'all? SDS now. Steve Davis _CG is my only Instagram. Steve is the only one authorized to receive any payment for SCS. 72 hard top. I'm gonna take it up to the big shop. Got some help, man. Somebody who do swaps, Mr. Aaron, man. We've been doing a lot of dealings with PCM swaps, and he's like, man, it'd be a pleasure to come up there and help you. I'm like, man, I ain't even touched this car, man, in so long. He's like, man, I'll come up there and help you, man. Dang, it's crazy. Never know, man. We can lock in for life. Like, never know. Man, just winch this boy up here. Definitely time for some new trailer tires, man. Alright, we got it here off the trailer. Time to get to work now.
Donk, 72 Impala, Steve Davis, SES to the front. Just got it unloaded. Finna get to work. Alright, I done made it up here, man. We're finna get cracking on the Donk. 72 Impala, 5.3 turbo, 400 transmission swap. Finna show y'all what's going on in the shop right now. Flip this. First of all, I'm just give y'all a little overview. 72 Impala. Pretty decent shape. It's got a 5.3 going turbo. Finna get it mounted on the frame. As you can see, it's not quite sitting down due to the truck oil pan being too tall. I got the low profile oil pan right there, and the windows tray, I just did a little wash on it. Finna let it dry, swap it out, and we're gonna run with the clamshell mounts with the ICT billet adapter plates. We're gonna get it dropped in there. Hopefully get it running today. Y'all done know this Steve Davis, SES. That's where I'm made up here in Atlanta. We've been chopping it up. And he the one be tuning my computer, so I mean when I do the LS swap anyhow, I always been sending them to him because he just do good business, man. So, you know, like to keep that going. So he needed help with his own personal project. So I told him I'm gonna pull up on him, and that's what I did. He just ran off to get me some parts. Gonna get this motor lifted up out of here a little bit, swap out this oil pan, put the frame mounts on, and we finna make it do what it do. I get everything mounted up and bolted up. I'll get back with y'all, give y'all an update. Alright, so I'm coming back with an update. Then we'll have to swap out the oil pan. That way ain't got to be doing nothing too extra. I'm gonna show you why. I lifted it back up, but when you just sit the frame mounts down, the oil pan is still rubbing right here because of how thick it is. It's about 3 inches. This one is maybe only like 1.25 inches. So this is gonna give us the clearance that we need. So I'm finna go ahead and just swap this oil pan out, and then once I come back, I'll show you the clearance. Alright, we done made some progress. Just coming up with a little update. Flip the camera around so I can show y'all. I'm gonna run with the small block frame mounts and clamshells. At first we was gonna use these steel ones, but they made the motor sit a little too low to the frame. I do got the car oil pan to come with it, but he said if you want to just once I space it, it should get it clearance for that oil pan to clear. So the truck pan will be fine to stay on there. That we ain't got to swap that out, and that'll be all right. That'll be one less thing we got to do. So right now I'm just waiting for him to come back. I already got the ICT billet plates on here. You can see them right there. I just got to torque them down and put the frame mounts on. I ain't gonna be able to do that till I can lift the motor up so I can line the holes up. And then we can get the motor and the transmission adjusted in here like it need to be. And it'll be sitting in here like it's supposed to. So once we get back, we'll do that. We may swap out the pan, may not. I don't know. If we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. It's cool either way. But we're gonna try to get it sitting in here right, just like it's supposed to be. And hopefully get it fired up by the night. I'm gonna go ahead and start looking at some of these wires so I can see where my ignition wire, battery wire, and all that at with another update. Once I get everything squared away, just waiting on some parts to come. Well, waiting on them to bring the parts back to the shop. So y'all just stay tuned, and I'll just keep y'all posted. 72 Impala build. First time doing a Donk. Sure it won't be my last, but I'm happy about it. We're gonna get this thing running this week. End. Peace. All right, coming through with an update. Had to pick the motor up so we can swap out the frame mounts. Give y'all what I'm doing. Look. So got the motor up. Took the old slide mounts out. Got the small block Chevy frame mounts in. ICT billet adapter plate right there. We're gonna use the furthest forward hole. And since we're gonna try to make the truck oil pan clear, and we got this little hump right here. Hold on, let me see if I can sit this down. Since we got this hump right here in the center of this clamshell, we're gonna use 2 spacers. That'll give it like a 1/4 inch lift up on the motor. So hopefully that'll give us a little clearance for the oil pan to be able to sit down. If not, then we'll go with 3 and just use longer bolts to give it maybe about a good 1/2 inch space. That way to lift up the pan. Push come to shove, we'll just drop the car pan on there and run with that. So I got it in on this side, and I'm finna put it in on this side and drop it down and make sure everything lined up and get the clearance that we need. If it give us the clearance, then I'm gonna lift it back up, bolt everything on it, and we'll be good to go. Alright, I'll post back up when I get done with that. And so we got 2 turbos, twin turbo, got the manifolds right there, alternator bracket, intake harness over there. Let's see. We got some piping in here, some fuel line. Got the fuel tank. We're gonna be doing the intake pump on it. We're gonna get to that next once we get the motor figured up. Some more fuel line and the fuel pump. We're gonna drop in the tank. So, like I said, it's the engine harness. It's already complete. It's already been reworked. So, and we got the computer, PCM with the intake. So yeah, finna do this test fit, make sure I got clearance on this oil pan. If not, we're gonna just swap out the oil pan and drop it back down, and we'll be good to go. I'll run it back.
This thing gonna crank on the first hit. Just hot rigged. The car need a lot of wiring. A lot. Everything in black electrical tape is the car. All that is the car. The black Tech Flex is the harness for the motor. And that's all good.
Shit, about to do the first initial start up.
right, man, closing the video out on y'all with the 5.3 turbo Donk setup. I actually got a second turbo as a sponsor, and I was like, man, it'd be a great thing if I could put 2 on here, right? But the only thing with 2 turbos, you gotta have the fuel to supply 2 turbos, and then the exhaust would have to be ran. Me, I don't like fender exits, and I don't like no exhaust, period, because it just is super loud. But I will have to come up with a nice exhaust plan or something of that sort. And the cold side of the turbo system. But this is something I've been trying to figure out over the time. And what grew my business was the upholstery fabrication. So that's really what I'm trying to pick up on. And then my stuff I just play with as I get time or as I can pay for it. So that's all we got for now. Y'all stay tuned.